The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Philip Lindsay, he's really been tough to contain first 2 weeks of the NFL season. Not just being talked about in the city of Denver, but really around the league, Charles.
Yeah, his first 2 NFL games, 104 total yards in the opener, 111 in week 2, both of them wins. That makes him the first undrafted rookie in NFL history to log 2 100-yard games to begin his career. Came from the University of Colorado, so he's very comfortable at altitude.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas.
Down. Hey, 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first. First down.
Let's go. Very low. Good.
Keenum now on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go on 4th with Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Throwing on first down is Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Butt, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They go play action here on first down. This is intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Brandon McManus, by the way, had the big field goal in Week 2 to lift Denver over Oakland 20-19.
Yeah, on a weekend where it was a struggle for his brethren around the league kicking the football. A lot of teams lost games or couldn't compete because their field goal kicker struggled. Now Brandon McManus 2 for 2 in the game, including a 39-yarder that won it for them.
He's perfect on the season so far, 4-4. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Ace! Ace!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, with that incompletion, we've got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another. The game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and do you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history, so another little oddity that you throw in there. But I think the common characteristic between the Vikings, Packers, and the Steelers-Browns from week 1, kicking. The kicking game got both games and really affected him a bit.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Cortland Sutton, 32 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Kansas City gets the ball back here in a second and continuing to kind of analyze the start for Patrick Mahomes this year. 10 touchdowns, and we're told that's the most touchdowns in 2 weeks in the NFL in its history for a guy to start the season.
Yeah, can you believe that? First 2 weeks of the season, 10 touchdowns. I believe only 1 interception, too, right? So he's taking care of the ball quite well. And just think about this. Coming in and taking over a team that many thought they had a pretty darn good quarterback. And he seems to be elevating not just his play, but the team overall. I mean, both of those wins came on the road.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Very left, very left.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Looking long for Thomas. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On is the punter, King, to send it away. As his Chiefs offense comes back onto the field, let's dive a little deeper into their start so far and what we've seen from Patrick Mahomes. You know, one interesting nugget on that win at Pittsburgh, that was something that KC had not done since 1986.
That's pretty impressive. Both of them being in the AFC, they would encounter each other at times on schedule, right? They also encounter each other potentially in the playoffs. Number of opportunities gone for KC. Finally got it done with Patrick Mahomes. So the question has to be asked, though. They had Alex Smith, who was a terrific quarterback, was going to Pro Bowls. How did Kansas City know he would be this good? Did they know or did they suspect? And they went with their instinct.
So I'm assuming you, like everybody else, think that KC may be a little bit better than we thought preseason?
I think there's no doubt about it. I think Patrick Mahomes allows them to expand their playbook and put the real big play back into effect with his arm to throw it downfield to Tyreek Hill.
Green 39.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And again, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Flush to his right. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And got his man complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did it...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, an even 90 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now Keenum maybe with a free play. Being chased out left. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Keenum. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Keenum flushed out right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Allen Bailey. He's the one that runs him down. And my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play. Mahomes now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two. On second down, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Roger, roger, roger.
From the red zone now, Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Down, down. Down, down. 53. Roger, roger, roger. Cut.
Keenum going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Roger, roger, roger.
Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Forced out to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
On third down, that's Lindsey. The 20. And all the way home. for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Yeah, Conley's got it over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, 38 yards. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. One final try for Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
good.